Okay, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2021. My team, you join me today for the Mexican Grand Prix. Before we get started with anything, there is a little bit of news within our career. Valtteri Bottas will be retiring at the end of the season. So that's going to open up some very interesting possibilities for driver moves and stuff. But yeah, let's get into some qualifying here in Mexico. It's a very interesting circuit. A very, very long main straight, so engine power is important. Luckily, we have engine power. And then some very technical left-right sections, so it should be an interesting one. Coming up into the ex-baseball field, known as the stadium section. A very nice corner, actually. I really enjoy driving through there, especially at the end of the race when there's like the little fireworks going off and stuff. Hopefully that'll be for us. We set a whole lap though.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Jeff doesn't seem too pleased, seeing as we've come P14 quite a lot.
Welcome along to the most popular city in North America and home now to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. So who, I wonder, will the crowd cheer on today to the top step of the podium? We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the rundown into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Reed lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Mick Schumacher, Sergio Perez and Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly, Tsunoda and Kimi Raikkonen, Ocon, Bottas, Lewis Hamilton and Giovinazzi, Stroll, Russell, and Guan Yu Zhou and Nobuharu Matsushita, Tigtum, Aitken, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Alright, in the car, soft medium strategy as always. One thing we have to be careful about though with this track is the DRS. So obviously first 2 laps of any F1 race, no DRS. And it's the same with a safety car. After a safety car, there'll be no DRS for 2 laps. But here in Mexico, if I get a track map up real quick, you can see that there's 3 DRS zones, but only 2 detection zones. Because if you get DRS on that second detection zone, you have it down to turn 1. And then from turn, I think it's 3 to 4. So it's really important to get DRS. And it also, you don't have to do something like Baku, where you maybe don't try and get past on DRS, because then they're going to have DRS back on you, so it opens up for some interesting plays. But anyways, without further ado, on the starting grid here in Mexico, we go to 5 red lights. We are underway for the Mexican Grand Prix. Verstappen is up in 3rd position, Perez in 5th, his teammate, Schumacher, our teammate, in 4th, Norris slotting himself in 2nd. We're going to fend off the inside line going down towards turn 1. Verstappen around the outside, he gets past. He won't be able to keep the position though. He dived down the inside to make sure we get that position back. Fending off the inside, very important up there. We've kept the lead heading towards turn 4. Verstappen still very close behind. We're going to have to try and create a gap big enough that he won't get DRS, because it is very important with that, like what I was saying about the DRS zones, it's very important to keep them behind Lap 2 has begun. Verstappen behind us, going down towards turn 1 once more. Fending off our inside once more. He has a look on the outside. Brakes very, very late. Catches us off guard, actually, quite substantially there. I was not expecting him to brake that late. But we still keep the lead. Very dodgily, if that's even a word. We probably shouldn't have the lead right now, but we do, so I'm not going to complain. Oh, God. End of lap 2, heading towards the stadium. Verstappen still very, very close behind, right on our tail now. Heading past turn 13 and into 14 and 15. Because for some reason that counts as 2 corners just there, even though it's like 1 continuous corner. Anyways, round the final corner. DRS to be activated now. 8 people just set a fastest lap. I don't know what's going on. That was quite satisfying to watch. Oh, wow. Okay. Into turn 1. Verstappen along our inside. He's going to have a look. Oh. Pushing him quite far wide. That's a pretty dangerous move from us, I cannot lie. But in the heat of things, just got to keep him in behind us, really. He's going to have another look into turn 4. Very, very close to us, but he's not going to make it. We go a bit wide, just in case he does. Learning from our previous mistakes. End of lap 3, he has DRS on us now. Very, very close into the stadium section. He turns right into our car. Loses a position to his teammate. Sergio Perez up into P2. Verstappen down in P3, which is not great for him, but it's great for us. He's our championship contender.
On track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Very nice. Perez behind us, he has DRS. We're going to move to the right-hand side to fend off our inside, as always. He's going to get past. There's nothing we can do against that. We're going to have a look into turn 1, but there's nothing we can do. We have DRS on Perez now at the end of lap 4, heading towards the stadium section. We won't be able to get past with it, but we will be able to keep ourselves close enough to gain DRS again, heading towards someone, knocking that bollard out of the way. He's in my way. He's gone now. I don't know why I hit it. It's quite satisfying, I cannot lie. We're having to use up
for a new strategy option.
all of our ERS.
Copy.
We're going to keep our old strategy. We're having to use up all of our ERS just to keep up down like the straight so we don't have DRS. So keeping the DRS on Perez is imperative to this race result. I mean, Verstappen's behind us, so what? He's got 3 less points than us. And we are tied as we speak. So he will only be 3 points behind, so it's really, really important for us that we get past Perez as soon as possible and try and take this race win. Because there's no team orders in this, so Perez won't move out of the way from Verstappen. So that's very good for us.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
DRS once more on Perez. Verstappen has DRS on us, so we will be able to defend from him. But we should just about be able to catch up just behind Perez now. About 0.3 seconds now. That's a 0.2 second gap if I've ever seen one. Getting very, very close. DRS again. Like I said, that DRS detection zone. It's odd. I don't like it. It's one of my issues with this track. That and the whole of Sector 2. Sector 2 could suck off that one, mate. We're getting very close behind Perez now, though, which is very good for us. Should have DRS again at the end of the lap. We do. I don't know why I just had to. Green flag. Yellow flag behind us. I'm trying to look on the map. I can't see what's happening. That's a Kimi Raikkonen going slow into turn 1. We're right behind Perez. Kimi Raikkonen out of the race. But we are still very, very close behind Perez. Like, we're in a very good position now. ERS deployed. DRS enabled. We're going to just have to try and pull closer and closer and closer every single lap. And hope that we can get past. If we can get past before a pit stop, we're chilling. Lap 8, end of lap 8. For some reason, Perez is apparently a lap ahead. I don't know why it does this sometimes. It's really weird. When I pause the game, it will just say that he's like a lap ahead. But DRS on him. The incident between Kimi Raikkonen has been cleared. Verstappen, I didn't even realise, has pitted 1 lap earlier than we have. We've stayed out for an extra lap, trying to get past Perez before the pit stop. Can we do it into turn 1? Yes, we can. Keeping the car on track. Perez behind us, and like I said, DRS is now ours, down towards turn 4. It's a joke, but I'm going to take that joke because it suits us. Alright, end of lap 9, getting ready to pit now, halfway through the race. I'm assuming Perez will come in and pit as well. Will he? Knocking out another bollard on the way. My bad. 10. We need to work on entering the pits. That was 10 kilometers under.
Is coming in for his stop.
Mick also pitting. He's compromising his own race here because he's going to have to double stack, and he's going to lose a lot of time because of that. Can we get a good stop? 2.1.
You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Release, release.
Come on, boys. 2.1 second stop out the pits.
After these tyres
Verstappen
now, we want to finish the race
will
on
be
this compound.
just ahead of us. Zhou in between me and Verstappen now. Zhou obviously not pitting just yet. He started on the mediums. We're going to be right behind up the second straight of the track, of the lap, I guess you could say. ERS deployed. We're going to try and make it round the outside. We're going to be passed. He turns into us. He turned his wheels right for some reason. And he spun himself. There was no warning there, so that wasn't on me. But, weird. Bottas pits. Lap 11. We're behind Verstappen once more. 1.4 seconds. The earlier pit stop worked. I probably should have taken it. But we didn't. We live, we learn. End of lap 12 then. Heading towards the stadium section. We have used up all of our ERS for the lap. 1 bar of it left, which I will use probably just getting to the line. Very close behind Verstappen though. Very, very near. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. That's an Alpine going slow. Esteban Ocon has spun himself into the wall and lost his front left.
Like the problem is terminal.
Safety car deployed. Lap 15, the safety car comes in.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Alright, here's our chance. Verstappen is ahead. We won't have DRS until lap 18, so only 1 lap of DRS. If we can get past within those 2 laps, we can probably pull a big enough gap to just send it past. Just keep on going and take the win.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Right. Going up to speed now, then across the line, green flag, racing.
2.1 seconds.
We're not catching, but we're not losing any time. 0.35 behind. We're actually gaining slightly, very, very slightly. Perez behind us won't be able to get past. He's going to be very, very close to us. We don't want to be in this Red Bull little... I can't say that word on YouTube. Red Bull sandwich, there we go. Because that's just not good for us. There's a high risk that Red Bull will be able to score more points than us. We don't want that. There are championship contenders in the drivers and the constructors. So far, so good though.
Green flag.
Yellow flag behind us. Charles Leclerc out of the race. He's also spun in the same place Ocon did, losing his front right. Very, very interesting stuff. 2 drivers have lost control there.
Some information on Verstappen. They seem to have an issue.
Oh, baby! Verstappen's got an issue. Verstappen has got an issue, and his issue is me right behind him. ERS deployed. I'm not even going to waste some of it. I'm just going to put little bursts of it through. Drag race down to turn 1. We go through past Verstappen, and he's got an engine issue. He's going to be going slow. He may lose a couple of... Oh, off the track a little bit. He may lose a couple of positions there to other people. And he has. Lap 18. He's down in 4th. He's not even on the podium anymore. All we have to do now is keep the car facing forward. Keep Perez on our rear. That sounds mad. Doesn't matter. Keep Perez behind us. Into the stadium section we go. The fireworks are out. The confetti cannons are going. You can just hear the bangs. The red confetti going wild as we go through the final 2 turns through turn 17 and across the line to take P1 here in Mexico.
Yes! Come on, boys!
And Verstappen will be in P4 as well.
Fantastic drive. Just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Honestly, things probably could not have gone better than that. Pierre Gasly, driver of the day. Well deserved. He came P3 in the end. keeping that gap.
It's victory in Mexico then, and what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
Ignore the cap. I've realised for the past couple of episodes it hasn't been working. The mods just stopped working for the cap, but it doesn't matter. P1 here. Mick P8 not good enough for him, unfortunately, but it's fine. Everyone's allowed mistakes. Perez P2, Gasly P3, and Verstappen P4 with Sainz in P5. Verstappen does take the fastest laps. We will get a bonus point, but I don't think it's going to do much towards the standings. We have a 12-point lead now on Verstappen, 178 to 166, with 3 races remaining. He's still all to play for. One mistake will cost a championship for either one of us. Constructors, we're still ahead by 13. Very, very nice. Thank you for watching this episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, as always. I hope to see you next time for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, which is one of my personal favourites. So, hopefully, that will be a very entertaining race.